I'm leaving this one.
All right. All right.
It's
Welcome.
time.
Yeah, welcome to Quick Slants Football Show Week 14. My name is Ryan. I'm your host. I have my fellow co-hosts here, Ben.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Ben. And Devin.
Hello.
How you guys doing? How was your weekend?
And you want to go
Short.
first?
I had to work.
You had to work? I was more asking about, did you watch any football?
Okay, I'll answer
I?
the question while Ben thinks.
Ben
Saturday was really
thinking
awesome.
about watching.
A lot of championship games in college football.
Yeah, watch those. Yeah, I remember watching those.
Yeah, I think Ben and I watched a couple together, actually.
Ben's a big Alabama fan, so.
Ben was rooting for Alabama. I was there.
Yeah, I mean, I am. I've wanted them to do well because I felt like they're a good team, but now they have to play Michigan. It's disappointing.
Yeah, this is your fault, 1,000%.
Nah, Texas shouldn't be in it, and I think Alabama should be the 3 seed, and Georgia should be the 4 seed. That's my personal opinion.
You want Texas to be out, and FSU is still not getting in.
Michigan would have to play Georgia, but I do think that's actually, yeah, Florida State doesn't deserve to get in, and also they don't have their quarterback, so they would play Michigan and lose by fucking 45, or they would play somebody else and lose by 45.
Yeah, what do you think about the Eagles a few years ago when they didn't have their quarterback, Carson Wentz, MVP candidate?
Nick
Should they have not made the
Foles
playoffs?
won the Super Bowl.
I'm just kidding. A little different.
Captain rolled 2 ankles.
It's actually a
He
bold
didn't
take,
win.
though.
Yeah.
I think what's scary, and I don't think they give a shit, honestly, the NCAA, I mean, is I think they set a very bad line when a Power 5 13-0 team doesn't make it. That's rough. I feel
but it's over. It doesn't matter.
That's my point. I think they don't give a crap.
I think that Texas bought their way in. That's my personal opinion. I think that there's probably an enormous amount of Texas sway in whatever grouping of human beings make that decision. It's my personal opinion. I don't think that they deserve to be in there at all. I don't get that. Florida State deserves more to be in there. Like, I get why Florida State's out. Texas does not. I know they beat Alabama, but they lost to Oklahoma, who lost 4 games.
I think when Alabama beat Georgia, I think it really solidified Texas. The problem with college football is
it was so early, it doesn't matter.
That's the problem.
That was the different Alabama team that didn't put it together. That's the quarterback.
Well, that's what I forgot the quarterback's name at Florida State. He tweeted and said I wish I broke my leg week 1 because this team's more than just me and they deserve to be in there. And it's stupid that if I would have broke my leg then, it wouldn't matter. But now I broke it and now it matters.
And that's why I think that's the reason that they are out, is because Texas is in. And then there's just excuses around it, which are somewhat valid. But then you think, why is Texas there? Why? Because they beat Oklahoma State bad? Cool.
I just think I don't know. I kind of disagree. My Final Four is kind of lame. I do Michigan, Washington, Texas, Florida State. That's who deserves to be in there.
You'd think Texas, man?
I'd probably kick out Texas and just give it to Alabama, right?
Texas lost later.
Actually, I would like to see that rematch. I would put them on the others. I don't know.
That was week 1, right? They played Alabama?
Week 1 or week 2. It was really early.
It was early, yeah.
But
Texas, everybody thought it was the end of Alabama's dynasty.
Yeah, the Milrose guy got benched, and
I just don't get how Texas's loss does not affect them at all. I just don't get it. It was late it was middle of the season. It was to Oklahoma, who didn't win a lot of games.
Spencer Rattler, though, right?
They don't. He plays in South Carolina, and he got hurt or something. Yeah,
who's their quarterback?
He was that little dude. He just went in the transfer portal. I don't remember his name. It's Nathan or Nathaniel something.
Yeah, he's now in the transfer portal again, right?
Yeah.
Dude, on a side note, I know this isn't a college football podcast, but you guys see that Michigan's gonna get the dude from UCLA, and then Michigan State's actually getting the dude from Oregon State.
I did see them.
Ungalele?
Or was it Oregon State?
No. It was
Oh, who am I? Holy crap. I'm drawing
somebody else. The Ungalele guy did not go to Michigan State. Unless he did. That's crazy. If that's actually real.
Go ahead and I'll look it up.
All right, so we can talk about a little bit of we'll start with the Lions and while you're looking that up. But yeah, Lions played obviously Sunday. It was a pretty interesting game. Lions beat the Saints 33-28. They were actually up 21-0 in this game after the first quarter. And then in the third quarter, the game actually was 24-21. Lions never actually trailed in this game, which was good, but it did feel like they trailed in the momentum of this game. I mean, I felt
Yeah,
like
they
it. I'm sure
definitely
you guys
lost
did.
it. Yeah.
Kind of regarding just what happened and it just the interesting when I was kind of looking over some like stats and stuff. Sam Laporta or Lagoda, which I've seen going around. Ben, what do you think about Lagoda?
I'm cool with it. I
Okay.
don't feel like he plays for a team. I feel like it's a fantasy. He's like
Yeah.
really, really good, and
He's really good. He's
it
like,
doesn't feel like this is a Lions player.
You know, he had like,
right.
I could be wrong on this. I think he had 4 or 5 career touchdowns at Iowa. You know that?
Iowa. He had a quarterback that threw 4 or 5
It's
career
just
touchdown
crazy
passes.
that in his 3-4 year span at Iowa, he had 4 touchdowns and he's what, 6 or 7 already?
Hey,
That's
man.
like all those dudes, man. All
Crazy.
those tight ends.
They're blocking.
I mean, Noah Fant and fucking what's his name? Played
Just
on
for
our team. What's his
just
name?
who?
Court tight end played on our team. White dude. Why can't
Hawkinson.
Hawkinson and Fant graduated the same year, playing the same team together. Both went to the NFL. Like they shared catches.
I
Like
feel like they
blocked mostly.
look. I was at a couple people like that.
George Kittle or Greg
George
Kittle, as
Kittle?
you call him.
Yep. Aiden Chillis was the guy. He was Oregon State quarterback. Yeah, I think he was the backup.
He must have been the backup,
Yeah.
But he was a recruit. Was he like a 5-star or something? 4-star? I remember seeing something about him. Like he
was
was like
ranked
a
number
high-ranking
12
guy.
quarterback in 2023 recruit.
That's a big
Or
pull.
4-star.
Yeah.
But they got the Oregon State coach, right? That was the guy they hired.
Michigan. Oh yeah, Jonathan Smith or whatever.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense, and that's good because he could bring them with him. Maybe he can retain some players because that's going to be a problem.
They're gonna need some players for sure. Yeah, Lagoda 9 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown. Interesting stat. I don't know if you guys noticed this watching the game. I didn't really notice it watching the game. It just felt like the ball was getting spread around. But the next closest in receptions after Lagoda's 9 is 2, which was Amon-Ra. And then nobody else on the team had more than 1 catch. Kind of interesting.
Our offense kind of was a little sluggish there
for sure. And we got up early, so we didn't have to throw a ton. So I mean, I get it. Goff didn't have any turnovers, which has been the problem recently.
We'd have lost.
But I don't know, man. There's not really much else to say. Our run game wasn't like crazy good. There were some good runs. Jack Fox played really well. Punter.
JMO had a big touchdown. That was awesome.
JMO did have a nice. That was like a run. That was a run, right?
Yeah, it was a really athletic play. He was so fast.
He was fast. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was super fast.
I actually have a couple things prepared for this. Oh, now I can't. Oh, I can't show you guys.
You'd have to like put it in.
Yeah, Jack Fox put up 50 yards a punt. Pretty crazy. He was booting the ball. There was a guy I know I was watching it a couple with you guys, and it'd be a couple punts. I'm like, man, that's a nice punt. You know, it's never what you want to hear, but
it is part of the game, man.
It is 100%.
When you can reset the field position like that, and like in normally you're they get the ball the 35, 40. It's a lot different than when they're down at like the 10.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Calls are different. You can pressure more.
Yeah, puts you in a better position. Bruce Irvin, his first game with us, he had a sack. He also knocked Derek Carr out of this game, which obviously don't want to hurt anybody, but it was a good QB hit. Looked kind of like a clean hit. It wasn't like it was a dirty hit. It was just
the problem was he landed. He put his weight on him on the ground. If he would have rolled to the side, it would have been clean. That contact was good.
Down.
You can't drive him into the ground. That's a penalty every time.
Yeah,
I thought it was a flag when it happened. I was like, yeah, it's a flag.
Yeah. But yeah, Winston came in, looked like trash. Our pass defense kind of looked bad, honestly, but Winston.
We've been struggling, bro.
Jameis Winston, he couldn't hit anybody. We were just laughing at how bad these balls were. So honestly, I think if that was a formidable QB, we might have lost that game.
Is it me?
Who cares?
Is it me, or is it like our scheme for our defense, at least secondary wise, is the problem. Like
I don't
that we're like they kept catching open middle of the field balls, Chris Olave like multiple times, like wide open, and it looks like we were running zone because it seems like we've got the guys that can catch up. You know, we've got like fast DBs that play well sometimes, but then all of a sudden there's just these huge gaps in the defense, and it means like we're calling the wrong coverage. You know what I'm saying? Like that's got to be it.
I think my personal opinion on that, I obviously agree with your point because it's been really bad.
It's not really a point.
Well, it's that point. I mean, our pass defense has been atrocious. I don't have the rankings pulled up, but if you pull up our defensive passing rankings, let's call it 6 games, it's abysmal. I would say we're bottom 28.
We're not getting any pressure, so that's not helping. But I mean,
and then we lose Aleem McNeil.
Yeah, we did pick up that
dude.
What was that guy's name?
That guy's like a 14-year veteran or some shit.
Hey man, fuck it. All I know is that Levi Onwuzurike is supposed to be playing, but he just is perpetually hurt. He like has not played since his rookie year.
Well, okay. So without trying to jump, because we do need to try to stay on topic for sure. But to answer or to piggyback what you're saying, I think that our secondary problem right now is we're running a lot of zone, and I don't want to use the excuse of like injuries. I just don't think the players we have out there like are good enough to run with these receivers. When you can't run,
we're talking, we have starters out there.
I mean,
like really, we do. Like even our backups, like our starters.
Okay, so if we break down our corners, do we think that they're a strength or a weakness of the Lions team? Even week 1.
How often does Sutton get thrown on? Not very often. When I'm watching those games, I feel like he's not the guy getting thrown on. I feel like it's usually the other guy.
Kirby Joseph.
Isn't he the safety?
I think they moved him to corner because we've had so many random injuries and shit.
Yeah, it's either him or
we're missing Gardner Johnson, which I think is a huge.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's huge. He's like the playmaker, shot caller back there. Yeah,
he's the reason that there's a gap in the middle of the defense. I mean,
and like I like Tracy Walker, bro. He's just not. He reminds me of I think it was the other safety that we had that like tried really hard, just never could do it.
Quandre Diggs, because he could do it.
Yeah,
Over Quinn was good.
Yeah, maybe.
I think who you're thinking of is. I think who you're thinking of is Tracy Walker.
It might be yeah.
When Tracy Walker was the starter before and he was younger, and we were like, "Oh man, he's good," but like he's
we just need a little bit more from him.
Yeah, it's like sometimes he's pretty good.
Yeah, I just think that makes it hard, and like obviously in the NFL, it's like a heavy passing league, and you're not getting pressure on the QBs. QBs in the NFL are good receivers, good timing. It's week fucking 15 or whatever, 14. Like these offenses know what they want to do, you know. Not like it's week 2, 3 anymore, and people are learning what they want to do. Like,
yeah, we need another pass rusher.
Why do you think Tyreek Hill has 14, almost 1,500 yards? Right? How many yards does he have right now?
Probably 12.
I know the answer to it. It's 1,481.
God damn.
That's
a lot.
I got the stat pulled for you guys. Tyreek has 1,481. The entire Cardinals receiving corps has 1,412. Who's higher than that? I won't give you the numbers for all these, but he has more yards than the entire Patriot receiving corps, entire Giants corps, Jets corps, and Falcons corps by himself.
That's crazy.
That is pretty wild.
Wild.
He's him.
But Dolphins figured it out, bro.
Yeah, they know how to use him.
Yeah, you let him run, and then you have a quarterback that can't miss, and you just have him throw the ball.
Right.
Pretty much what they do. And then A-Chain came back last week. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I was not expecting him to get touches like that or continue to be as good as that motherfucker.
I think they were waiting, bro.
Mostly in the second half, too, but he played really well.
He played really well. Just like, again, it was like nothing happened. Who is that guy? Like, what the fuck?
Never mind. I was going to ask a question. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You can get back on topic.
Yeah, so just kind of a little stat. Lions definitely in the bottom third of their pass defense. They've given up 20 touchdowns this year, which is definitely the back half of the league. Averaging people throwing about 230 yards passing on them, which I don't feel like we've played that great at QBs either. So kind of just shows you just kind of what you guys were talking about. Obviously, they're struggling somewhere. Could be, play calling, could be just the talent, obviously missing some pieces. So hopefully they can get that on track. But we are 9-3. So
yeah, but if we're gonna do anything with the 9-3, like, gotta put that together.
It's my next point. So, I mean, we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but yeah, that's my concern. Is 9-3 is cool, man, but if you're getting bounced in the first round, it's not that cool. Yeah, 49ers is our game of the week. 49ers Eagles. I know I questioned this last week, about the 49ers being favored in this game. I think we were all a little bit confused with the Eagles being 10-1 or whatever. Yeah. 49ers beat them 42-19. Smacked them. Purdy, I thought I saw a couple things on this, but Purdy went 19 for 27 for 314 yards and 4 touchdowns. I think his longest pass he threw was 17 yards.
Yeah, I was about to say I saw a video on Twitter that was all of his throws quick cut, and boy oh boy were they some short passes.
Yeah.
When you see the passes and they don't show the run after and just shows from the throw to the catch, and then you like look at that and then look at his stats, you're like, holy crap.
That's the West Coast offense in a nutshell, though.
It's working. It's working.
Look up.
It's working. You got Deebo Samuel, you got Christian McCaffrey, Ayuk can ball. I mean, you got George Kittle. These guys just
you say Ayuk? He deserves a little love.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, said he can ball. He had a nice touchdown. He like dove. Yeah, I mean, this team seems good. Their defense played really well. They did what you need to do against the Eagles, and they got them into like 3rd and long positions instead of letting them be in 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s, where they can run that play. I'm not going to talk about that play, but I think they did a good job of just keeping them in bad situations where Jalen Hurts had to beat them, which he just didn't this game. He played okay, but I mean, they got smoked. So
I mean, if anything, it kind of proves that maybe the 49ers might be the kind of front runners. I mean, they kind of smoked.
They'd have beat the Eagles last year if they didn't have every
they
single
smoked
person.
Them and they smoked the Cowboys. Like, I know they dropped a couple random ones there, but I mean, they're looking efficient.
That's when they were missing some pieces. Purdy got kind of banged up. We are going to kind of talk about the top teams in the NFC next. So kind of just to piggyback off of that, I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, we'll talk about them right now, but if you got anything else to say about the 49ers, you can save it here in a second. But the Cowboys play against the Eagles this coming week. So if the Cowboys beat the Eagles and the Lions win and the 49ers win, there'll be a 4-way tie. I'm assuming someone has the tiebreaker, but record-wise, there'll be a 4-way tie for the number 1 seed. How would you guys rank these 4 teams at the top? The 49ers, the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Lions. How would you guys rank those 4 teams?
Probably that way.
What I just said. Okay.
Yeah, I would probably go, if we're going just simply based off of what have you shown me lately, I would probably go 49ers. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. Let's just keep it simple. Eagles.
You did that twice now.
Cowboys, Lions. I don't want to be
you
that
got the Eagles
guy.
above the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think like they have a little bit more. They seem a little bit more put together. I would love nothing more than the Cowboys to wax that ass.
I don't know. The Cowboys look good. They look like a good football team. They don't just look like Dak's out there playing really well. They look like a good football team.
They do.
Mike McCarthy's actually doing what he did before.
I don't know, dude. It's so tough because like, you know how it is, bro. If Dak has like a struggling week next week, it's clown emojis, memes.
Me, I'll be talking about it 100%.
I mean, it's just, bro. It's just like the Jordan Love thing. Like all of a sudden, he's the best thing since fucking Mahomes.
Because it's a proof.
Like, slow down, bro.
It's a prove it kind of thing. So it's like Brock Purdy, right? Brock Purdy was like the last pick, but everybody loves Brock Purdy because like he's started playing and all they've done is win, and they've only looked so fucking good with it. You say only his longest pass he threw is 17 yards. It doesn't matter. It's football. You have to gain 10 yards every time you go out there on the field. That's all you have to do is gain
I would
10
say
yards.
yes. From an
And he
NFL
can do it.
perspective, yes, but from like an internet culture, Brian, unless I'm crazy here, you can tell me if
You're
I'm
not.
wrong. I feel like Purdy's being mean. It's like if he
Oh,
wins
for sure.
MVP, I'm, you
Yeah.
know,
What a meme with a ring on it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Charlie
matter.
Batch also had a ring too, bro.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer has a ring. Like
I'm saying.
it doesn't matter what you do, but if you can do it well, then you are good. Jordan Love, if the Packers win, he doesn't throw picks and throws for 200 yards a game on average. He's a good quarterback because there's something that he's doing that's keeping this team on the right track, calling audibles, calling the pass coverage, your protection, whatever, you know, like there's something that he's doing right to not blow this.
That's my favorite
Yeah.
thing about sports, though, is like, dude, literally anybody could pick any sample size to prove any narrative. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, I'm about to do that here in a second. But yeah, I'd probably go 49ers, Cowboys,
Do it.
Lions, Eagles.
Yep.
Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles, bro.
And then
Especially if we're considering that the Cowboys do beat the Eagles. Then fuck the Eagles. Lions are better.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Some other notable finishes. Chiefs lose to Packers with Taylor Swift in attendance, I believe.
Yep, I saw a video of her being angry.
I saw the video too. Did you lip read?
Yes.
Nice.
What'd she say?
I can't say it on.
Can't say, but
What?
it wasn't anything
We
crap.
can't literally can't say it on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll get canceled.
Message it.
By the algorithm.
Type it out. I got it now.
Okay, type it to him. You want me to type it to him?
I got him.
The anticipation is killing me.
You
I
can
don't
find the
even know if this
video if anybody's watching this and is curious.
I don't even know if this is exactly what she said. I
Yes.
feel her though. I've said that a lot in my days watching a player that I like. But nice. She's one of us. But
That was literally exactly what she said.
that's worse. That's great. We love Taylor
With
Swift.
the F word in there.
Yeah.
And she was like pissed, bro. She was
Yeah.
like recorded. She was like, oh, and said that sentence.
her first time, huh, Taylor?
That's what everybody was like memeing.
It's a sports duty, man. It really just gets at your
Yeah.
fucking
I mean, that shows you, if anything, she really cares, which is
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, Jordan Love looked really good, unlike he has in his games that he's looked good. And then he's looked really bad in some other games. He's looked really, really good in the last two games, one or against two really good teams in the Lions and the Chiefs. Yeah,
He's
I don't know.
had 800 yards, 6 touchdowns, no picks in the last 3 games.
That's a sample size grab right there. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But am I kicking myself for trading him away for Joe Burrow, and now Joe Burrow is not even playing? A little bit, but we'll see, man, on Jordan Love. I think he's done enough though to prove that they don't need another QB, and they're in the hunt. And I don't think they're going to get a QB this year. I think they're just going to roll with him next year, which is good for him. But yeah, another kind of notable finish. I don't know if you guys watched that game last night, but it was Jake Browning, I believe is this dude's name, from the Bengals against the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence gets hurt in this game. Luckily, he plays most of it. But the Jags did lose. Jake Browning won it in overtime. Jags are 8-4. The Texans, I think the Bengals are like 6-6. I don't really think we need to talk too much
They are
about the
6-6, correct.
But I mean, who knows? I mean, that's really tough. That the whole AFC is pretty tough. But the Jags are 8-4. The Texans are 7-5. If Trevor's hurt, man, the Texans could win this division. Ben, what's the pulse there in the Texas?
Everybody's freaked out about Tank Dell.
I would be
Okay.
too.
Other than
Okay.
that, nobody trusts the team. Nobody believes in anything. Nobody's hyped about anything. It's basically this team has sucked for 5 to 6 years now, and show me.
Show me.
Nobody
I
goes
guess
to the games, dude. They've got this all-star rookie quarterback that's playing out of his mind, and
You should go check out a game, bro. Go check
They're
out a game.
boring. I don't care. That's the
Oh my
problem
God.
when I go and watch Texans games is like I don't care.
Well, you're not invested enough.
He's a Lions fan.
I am not that
Yeah.
guy. I like live here and it's like cool to watch them every once in a while. I've gone to Texans games. God,
If they play the
I could care
Lions
less.
in Houston, would you go?
Yes, I have gone. They played the
Okay.
preseason and I played a regular season game a couple years ago. I went.
And you root for the Lions.
And I
Oh, yeah.
wore Lions jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and probably a lot of people there did because no one's
But that's
going
what I'm
there for
saying.
Texans.
So like
That's the meme,
but-
right? Isn't
but
that the
back in the
problem?
day, like when I would go to Texans games when they were good, like it was banging. They would sell out. He was like crazy. The JJ Watt was insane. They'd play his
Yeah.
music. Like he'd come
they're
out
on
in a
their way back.
4-wheeler. They'd be shooting flames off. Like stuff would be awesome. And it's
Do you think
It's
like
not.
it's a case of like, I know like a lot of people, and again you would know because you've been in the city for a long time now, but I always thought like when I would visit you and like people hear people talk is like it's a meme that like people in Houston aren't from Houston. Do you think that's something to do with it? Almost like a Raiders situation where like if the Raiders were good, they would sell out. If they suck, nobody gives a shit.
no, it's this team is like or like the city's very invested in the team. Like everybody loves the Texans, but they've been bad. And they were bad for like a long time, and then they got like good with Matt Schaub, and people like died with that Matt Schaub team. When
like
that
Arian
team
Foster,
like
Andre
wasn't
Johnson,
good
like,
Andre
anymore,
Johnson,
like people held on to that for years, going to the games and selling out when they were bad. And I think that once JJ left, and then it was like a whole just random new team, and like it's lost its muster. They have to
I'm sure the
really.
Watson thing kind of left everybody kind of sour too. How they
Oh
handled.
yeah,
They
oh
traded
yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins for like peanuts, and
That's what I'm
they had
saying. That whole
had a
team
bad
got
run.
disassembled, and then they got a good quarterback, and then they weren't any good with him, and then they just the whole thing happened. Yeah,
who was
it's
a
been
good quarterback that
wild.
they had?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, sorry.
He's throwing for like 5,000 yards and like
Yeah,
60
He was
touchdowns.
really good.
It was
I'm not
insane.
disagreeing. I
And,
just like I didn't know who you were talking about.
and they were like going like 6-11.
Yeah, I think hopefully they finish out strong here, maybe win the division, and then maybe next year there's a little more hype going into the year.
For sure.
I
If they
think,
were
dude,
to
they
win
got
the
some
division,
dogs,
for
dude. They
sure.
got Will
They do.
Anderson's a beast.
You know, it's my theory is I think that the Patriots are shitty because as soon as Nick Caserio left, the Patriots started to downslide, and as soon as he went to the Texans, like their drafts over the last few years, that's where all these players are coming
Last year,
from.
their first round pick was super good too.
Like they've really like built it from the bottom up, like late round guys playing on their offensive line. Like they really have a bunch of nobodies and they're winning games because I think that's exactly what the Patriots did.
Yeah.
I think that Nick Caserio is probably one of the main reasons. Like if you think about like Bill being the GM, he probably had like people around him that helped
Sure.
make decisions. And as they continue to have success, those guys want to go and get GM jobs. You got to replace them. What do you replace them with? If you don't get the same quality, your team's going down because you're not getting the right advice. I think that's why the Patriots suck, which is fun.
Who's the
for me to
ownership
think
group
about.
over in Houston?
It's Bob McNair's son. Yeah, I don't know. It's not an ownership group. It's a family outright.
You know, like I was thinking more like when I said that, like the Ford family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I root for him. I mean, I think he's really easy to root for, which is cool.
I personally,
he's-
from a guy removed, I've been liking the Texan story right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Tank Dell thing's a bummer for sure.
Big
Nico
bummer.
Collins is kind of a dog. He's
And he's a
from
homegrown.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan receiver, bro.
He's
Yeah.
not homegrown. He's for we. Or unless he's from Texas. Is he from Texas?
I mean, homegrown for us.
Well, I mean, he plays in Texas.
Okay.
Bro.
Yeah, but my point was that like I like them because
Yeah, he went to Michigan. I gotcha. Yeah, no, I think I'm rooting for him. Hopefully Trevor's okay, and that team. I mean, I like the Jags too. I like both those teams honestly. So kind of bad teams that you root for, like the Lions. Yeah, kind of piggybacking off the Trevor Lawrence injury. We now have Aaron Rodgers with the season ender, Daniel Jones with the season ender, Kirk with the season ender, Anthony Richardson, Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow. Now Kenny Pickett, Derek Carr, and Trevor Lawrence are all hurt. Don't know the severity of those.
whoa.
Nico Collins is from Alabama, by the way.
Whoa. Yeah, when I meant he went to University of Michigan. That's on my
I
only
know,
point with him.
Anyways,
I appreciate the knowledge.
Whoa.
I wasn't
Did you-
calling you out. I literally
Did you
just
throw in Kenny Pickett? Is he out for the year?
No, he's just hurt. I don't know
Okay.
the severity of it. Yep, I did say that with him and Carr and Lawrence. I don't know how long they're out, but just more injuries just piling, man. And I feel like
It's
a
like
bunch of people
12
have been
teams.
hurt.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
it's
some
like
of these matchups for this week. It's abysmal.
yeah,
But it's
no,
it's going to be great.
Bro,
but
it's
at the
like
same
third
time,
verse, like fucking
that game was a banger last night, bro.
yeah.
That game was a banger.
I think it's
don't even-
because Browning's probably a decent quarterback.
he's
I
actually
forgot.
super
He's that
good.
kid from Washington that just put up
Yes.
those crazy yards, and I
Super
completely
good.
forgot about him.
Yep.
He's my starting QB in week 14 of our dynasty league, by the way. Jake Browning, my only QB. Hell
That's
yeah.
Guess it could be worse, bro. You'd be
It could
playing
be
like
worse.
two
I could
tight ends and you're
I have Bailey Zappi. I have Bailey Zappi on my bench, so it
Yeah.
could definitely be worse. But yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. It just seems like the worst year ever. I mean, is this the worst year that you can ever remember for QB injuries? Notable QB injuries, like just
A
starters.
lot of lower leg stuff. I think it's because people are hitting lower.
They're training them to do that. Every position group they're training to tackle low.
Yeah.
And it's
So
stupid.
They don't want to go anything close to the head because they don't want to get called for a flag.
And their
Yeah, but-
logic behind that is like, well, you might not be able to walk, but at least you'll be able to think and you won't have CTE. And it's
Don't
like,
kill your family.
that's not okay. I kind of agree,
Gotta be a
ironically, but
middle ground somewhere for sure.
I bet you if
Flag
you ask
football.
most players, they want to get hit high rather than low.
Like, think about it.
Right.
Like, is there going to be a generation of offensive linemen the next couple of years? Like nobody wants to play offensive line. The whole idea is that you just smack your face into the other guy. There's not like they're not teaching offensive linemen how to hit better. These guys are still getting concussions and getting fucked up.
Dude, that's completely wrong.
You think?
Bro, I'm like I don't want to be the spokesman for fucking offensive linemen throughout the country, but I follow a lot of like offensive line like camp things, like high school level, college level. And they're very much teaching them to like, it's more about like leverage and like using
And
like
hands.
and hands, yeah. Less like just pounding into them and pushing them over.
Sounds like we're gonna have no run game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Back in my day,
Not a pass pro for
Yeah.
sure.
you're not gonna be able to do the tush push if you can't put your head down. I don't know how you're gonna play football.
And then you're gonna run into where like people like Jason Kelsey are gonna be like, yeah, back in my day we used to just put our heads down and run the sneak, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool Jason Kelsey, you know?
But it's
We
the
love
truth.
the Kelseys. Just so
I don't want to
everyone
be
knows.
like tinfoil hat guy, but I really do think like at some point in time football's gonna morph to like some sort of version of like
Flag football, 7-on-7.
flag or 7-on-7 type. That's what people
That's what
really want to see.
I don't know why it doesn't make sense. It's not the sport, and who gives a shit about?
Like if they morph
7-on-7s?
over time, I don't think it will be as jarring if they do it over time.
Just drop off a lineman. Tackles are gone. Now you play guard, center.
Yeah. One guy that snaps the ball.
You're only allowed to have 3 guys inside the offensive lineman box on offense and defense, so that not many people are colliding. And
He's
it's
trying
gonna
to
be
get
boring as fuck. It's gonna be
Very.
so boring. And the fact is that we don't even have 32 good quarterbacks to put to league together. Like we really only probably have like 24, 25, and the rest are
about it,
just
it's
like
like-
borderline.
It's like almost borderline an impossible job. To be a NFL QB and be like top tier, that's
You gotta be
insanely.
You have to be a one of one human, one of
Bro, and we've seen it.
32
People
humans.
considered Burrow one of the top QBs, struggled this year, and now he got hurt. Josh Allen was considered one of the best, and people are memeing him. You got,
But that's media. We're talking like actually tangible. I'd rather have Josh Allen than half the quarterbacks in the league in the NFL and every single quarterback in the XFL and the Canadian Football League. So if we're
Yeah.
talking talent pool of quarterbacks in the world, yeah, he's top 20.
you're telling
human
me,
beings in
you're
the
telling me
world that can
Josh
throw
Allen's
it.
not going to pop in 7-on-7 fucking ball?
I think he will, but it's going to be so boring, dude. It's going to be so boring. Lamar Jackson has
Yeah.
to play 7-on-7. Guess what? There's no scramble because it's 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Cool. I get to watch him throw the ball around. It's like, dude, but you know what else he can do? He can juke out every single other person, outrun everybody on the field. But he's going to play all-time quarterback. So
Well, let's say they don't do that. What's like an alternative?
get the fuck over it. We pay these guys so much fucking money that what are you going to do? And if
You
you're going to
can't-
let your kids do it, then you got to let your kids do it. And if you're not, then
No.
the sport will kill itself.
Bad, bro.
Baseball comes back.
Yikes, bro.
It's the cycle of humanity.
Give me
All
hockey,
right.
bro.
Yeah, slap shot. Fastball. You guys want to be the fastball
Never. I
baseball
will
show?
never do a baseball show. Fuck
Slap
that.
shot
Bro,
hockey
I
You have
show.
to
couldn't
do it
even
every day.
begin to talk about baseball. You'd be like, yeah, how about the Padres? Name one player. I'd be like, fuck.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Give me
I
any
got
team right
nothing.
now, name a player. NFL, go.
Cardinals.
Uh,
Oh, dude.
let's go James Conner to make it not
Did he
Kyler
get
Murray.
cut?
Give me their 3 receivers on their team.
That's a good one. I can name one.
I can name 3.
Oh,
You can
wait, I
name
can
3.
name 2.
Rondell Moore.
Yep.
Um,
I know you can get one of these because he has a fun name.
holy shit, I'm drawing a blank. I just saw him.
One of them is hurt too, so
Ben?
Hollywood Brown.
nice. You got the fun one. And they
Yep.
have a rookie that's playing pretty well this year. You guys know his name? Alright. It's alright. Michael Wilson. Go Cardinals. But yeah,
Hell
name
I was thinking
3
Albert Wilson. My bad.
Albert Wilson.
yeah. Herbie Hancock.
I can't even name 3 Tigers players. And I'm in Michigan.
I can't even name
So-
one. Oh, wait. Torkelson.
Nice. Nailed it. Hell yeah. Yeah, so I want to kind of get into the game of the week, quote unquote.
Can I, before we move on, can I hit you guys with just one quick
Yeah.
thing? Actually, can
For
I?
sure.
I'll send this to you guys, and I'll show it on stream. Let's do this. You guys see that? What's your guys' first raw take on this, by the way?
LOL.
Sad, just sad, bro. Hey, Michael Wilson's on this graphic, bro.
This is the 2023 receivers. And I know Quentin Johnson's kind of your boy a little bit, Ryan, and I'm not.
He's just on my fantasy team. He's
know.
not my boy, bro. He's a trash can. If anyone's looking to get him, I'll sell him cheap.
I thought when I saw this graphic, I actually had to like save it because I was like, this is actually kind of nuts for a few reasons. One, Quentin Johnson's low, but there's some like impressive stats on here.
Ben, I'll trade you Quentin Johnston right now for Josh Downs. What do you think?
no. How about
Dang
Puka
it.
Nakua? You want him?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'll take him too, dude.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's some crazy stats on this thing, man.
I just thought that was
Yeah.
kind of interesting. There's a lot of like production, like
Surprised Rashee Rice has 527. I feel like I haven't even seen him. And Jaden Reed.
My
He's-
guess with Quentin Johnston is that he like didn't get the reps early.
Yeah,
You know
he was
what I
kind of
mean?
banged up, and
And then like
had a
Mike
bunch of people up
Williams
ahead of him,
got hurt,
so-
and then he gets thrown in. He's a rookie.
and
He's
Palmer
playing
got
on a
hurt.
Weird team.
He can't
Weird
catch the
team.
ball, bro. Ugh.
That's a problem. Yeah, that's a real problem.
yeah, he
But
looks
who knows,
lost
man?
out there, bro. In my opinion, he looks a little lost.
I'm hoping it's a Devontae Adams situation. It just takes a minute. If you guys remember Devontae Adams, it took a
Yeah.
long time to get kind of into like gear. He had a drops problem too his first couple of years. So, but yeah, man, he's drafted
yeah.
21st, so I'm sure he'll get some time. But it's a crazy stat.
I mean, I
just
think that he's,
put it out there.
but it's also like recency bias. Like he fucking torched Michigan. You know what I mean? Like college. You know, Tank Dell played for Houston. I knew who Tank Dell was because I went to a couple Houston games. Who's that tiny motherfucker who was really good, right? Josh Downs. The only reason I really knew about him was because I watched like College Game Day did a special on him or something. And then I drafted Puka Nakua because I thought his name was funny. And I
Yeah,
bet you the Rams did too.
That's probably exactly what happened.
You just
actually.
never know. Like, and then I watched, like, remember when I was looking up that BYU quarterback, what's his name? Jay Hall? Jay, whatever Jay is.
Yeah.
So he was a quarterback for Puka in college. And in all of his highlights, Puka was majorly catching the ball. That guy was a dog, dude. I don't know how nobody saw that guy coming. 177th.
Rams
Where
did.
did, where did Amon Ra get drafted?
Third round, 119. Is that third round? I just threw both those numbers out there, by the way.
Remember,
They're all-
Third round would be in the 90s.
Can you name?
Be
Can you name
96.
all 15 receivers drafted out of them?
Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Yeah, because he can do it.
No.
Are there
Sure,
any
you've
good
seen the
ones?
video. Yeah. I think Jamar Chase, maybe? See the same year?
Fuck, dude. That's where I'm starting to get that like old man syndrome where like it's hard to like the years
Keep up.
kind of like blend. You know, where it's like, oh yeah, Jamar Chase, he's like, yeah, what, like a 1 year, 2 year kind of guy, and you look, it's like, well, all right, never mind, you know.
Yeah, 16 receivers drafted ahead of him.
He keeps like a list in his locker or something, right?
Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle.
But
But
the
there's
Smith,
some
was he
trash.
in that one?
There's some trash people too.
Was Devonta Smith in that one?
Uh,
That's what I'm saying. I get them all blended.
yeah, we're getting old. Helps me too with the.
Dude, that speaking of that, that actually kind of fits into
He was in that.
yeah.
Kadarius Toney, Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, Rondale Moore, Dwayne Eskridge, Tutu Atwell, Terrence Marshall, Josh Parmel, Nico Collins was actually drafted.
Some of these
ahead of
guys
him.
are actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but are they
Benami
better than
Brown.
Monroe St. Brown?
No, I don't even know if Jamar Chase is better than him statistically.
Hot take.
Monroe's a dog.
I mean, not a
Oh,
hot take, like I said, statistically.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dude, stat wise, hot take wise, he's definitely better, bro. You ask most people, I think just I don't know.
Dude, there's
Yeah,
no way.
you're
If you
right.
ask
Jamar
most
Chase.
people are gonna play Jamar Chase.
Yeah, because we're like the blue collar.
All right, so
Lions.
Amon-Ra has
Oh.
3,115 career yards in 3 years. Crazy. He has 17 touchdowns. Sorry, 17 touchdowns.
Almost
Jamar has
1,000.
3,529 touchdowns.
Better. He's better.
His rookie year, he had 1,400 yards and 13
His rookie
touchdowns.
year, he went crazy.
And the last 2 years have
He
been
was
comparable.
hurt too. But Amon-Ra got hurt a little bit too. Yeah, no, I mean, I think they're neck and neck. I mean,
and
I think he's
Bengals fans would argue that that's with a few other weapons.
So in reality, Jamar goes where he goes, and then Amon-Ra probably should have still gone in the first round.
Yeah, for sure. I think you could put him ahead of Jalen Waddle and Devonta Smith.
Oh yeah, for sure. At least production wise.
Everybody else, other than Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Nobody else below him I can even recognize these names.
Tutu Atwell, I've heard him. I think he's all right.
A lot of those guys. Rashad Bateman, I've heard of.
I know all these
He went to
guys.
Central.
Yeah,
he went to Minnesota. He went to Minnesota.
He went to the Ravens.
The only name on here that I don't recognize is Dwayne Eskridge. He went to Western Michigan and he got drafted.
The 49ers?
Maybe.
Seahawks, that's who it was.
A terrible pick. Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, I have a game. You guys want
Dude.
We should try to play it at the end. We should try to play it at the end real quick.
Red Wings are blowing this game, by the way. It's not looking good. They're up 4-0, now it's 4-3.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah, dude. Ugh. But yeah, game of the week. We're gonna just kind of talk about the Patriots and Bailey Zappi against Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I couldn't even get through that.
I'm down.
Yeah, no.
What's the line on that? Is that the Monday night game?
-6 Steelers.
Really? I might take the other side. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I think it's -6 Steelers. I thought I saw.
Tell me why the fucking Dolphins Titans game is gonna be a fucking bloodbath.
Dude, that's what we thought about the game the other day. Tell me why there's 2 Monday night games that start at the exact same time.
Holiday?
No.
Yeah, they start doing these because of the bye weeks. Remember they have like 2 Monday night games?
But why now? Just put one on Saturday. I know they do the Saturday games. Give me a Saturday game.
Wait, next week starts the Saturday games. Or wait, no. Yeah, next week.
Weird though? And why aren't they staggering them? I don't know.
Probably because they don't think that they're going to get a lot of people to watch.
Boys, Lions Broncos next Saturday. Not this coming Saturday, but the next one, 8:30. Lions Broncos.
Dude, we play the Cowboys on a Saturday too. What's going on with these Saturday games? We're getting flexed in, dude. We're getting flexed hard.
Happens when you're good, bro.
It's true.
You're not used to that as Cowboys fans because you're always on fucking
man.
prime time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
speaking of
that
primetime
Saturday
Cowboys,
schedule is gonna be sick, dude. 3 games in a row. Like that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
is sick. What day is that? What's the date on that?
Which one?
That Saturday.
The Broncos
16th.
one? Yeah, it's the 16th.
16th.
All right, man. Mark it on my calendar. All right. So it's primetime Philly versus Dallas. That's our game of the week. Huge game. Implications are huge on this one. Over under is 52.5. Dallas is favored by 3.5 on this one. It is in Dallas. Makes sense.
That's bold though. That's big though for Dallas.
I know. I think just having that being favored after losing to them already this year is cool.
That means
but
Vegas respects them.
Vegas does respect them. They do. But nobody else does. Dak looking good though. 20 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in his last 6 games. I think he's right up there with Purdy right now in the MVP odds. I think they're the top 2. Which is crazy.
It's like plus 200 on it, right?
It was plus 3 when I looked last for Purdy. I don't know, maybe Dak's plus 200. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's around there though.
Crazy to me.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah, so
I
don't know. He played
good. Hey, dude, here's the thing though. It's
He
like
looks different.
he does.
He's not hurt. He's been hurt like every year.
Like
so
you
he's
could
not
just
hurt
see,
right now.
He looks
he
locked.
just looks different.
He does
yeah.
look locked.
Have you guys heard him like talking in these games, bro?
Nah.
You gotta check.
Oh
this out.
yeah, where he yells like go or like ready or something. Or
Yeah,
something.
he just says like crazy stuff. He's like,
He yells,
let it
"Let's
ride,
go."
let it ride,
Yeah.
let's go, let's
But
go.
he yells
let's go.
really loud.
Yeah, it's like you can hear him. He's hype, man. And then I saw some stuff on like just him like talking in the huddle, and he's literally like he's just a leader, bro. Like he's not like, you know what I mean? Like he's literally like, I know everyone's tired. I know I'm tired too, boys, but let's just go out there. This is the drive we've been waiting for. Let's go out there and just win this game. Like I know you're tired. Just give me what you got. And I'm like this dude's like trying to lead these boys.
Bro, he's the fucking
like putting your helmet on.
Bro,
dude, if I had on it, man.
He's been that way though. That's the stupid part, Ryan.
I know, but when you say that and then you throw a pick, everyone's like,
I get it, bro, but
you know?
dude, just because it's the it's the Jared Goff thing, bro. Anytime that guy does anything, fucking people blame Goff. Terrible snap, Goff's fault.
You're blaming him from the recliner too. That's the worst part.
Bro, dude, Jared Goff 2 weeks ago threw 2 interceptions. Everyone's he's shitty, blah blah blah.
He threw 3.
Okay, you know what happened? Dan Campbell came at halftime, got interviewed. You know what he said? No. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but our receivers are running the wrong goddamn routes. We got to figure this out. How's that Goff's fault?
I did see that.
Maybe he's not calling the play loud enough. I don't hear him yelling.
Dude, you tell me Jared Goff's not a leader, bro. I can send you 8 clips.
I'm sure he's a leader.
I'm all bookmarked, bro. I watch them every day. Every day.
Sure he's a nice guy.
Okay? No, he's more than a nice guy, dude. He's a dog. He's got a killer mentality, bro. I'm telling you.
Are we getting Devin a golf jersey for Christmas?
I would love a golf jersey.
Signed Jared Goff jersey.
Dude, gray, a white, or a blue one?
You know what it is? There's 2 things. And I'm like partly trolling, but kind of partly serious. There's 2 things. One, I don't want to be that guy that didn't believe. I already was that guy for like 2-3 years with Stafford. And then I changed my tune and I was like, all right, it's not his fault, dude. It's more than dude. And obviously he proved that. And then with Goff, he's been above and beyond what anybody thought he would be for us.
For sure.
Already.
Yeah.
Dude, people thought like, dude, we're talking about drafting a QB and trading for Lamar last offseason, bro. That we literally talked about that in our shows. You know what I'm saying?
I still kind of wish we had Lamar, but
oh, dude, that'd be insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
imagine that Ravens game, bro. They had Jared Goff and we had Lamar. Yeah, a lot different.
Dude, Jared Goff's on the Ravens. I think it'd be a little bit different.
Yeah,
he'd still be playing all right though. So I get what you're saying. I think he's better than everyone expected, but expectations
I feel like that's what Dak is, dude. I've seen Dak be a leader, bro.
The expectations are high on Dak. Dak's been in the league
always
a long time
high,
now.
though. They're always high.
Time. He played behind Tony Romo. Like, and then took over the job and was like good. And then they gave him a contract, and then he was like pretty good, but he could never like put it together. And then they paid him, and then he broke his leg in half, right? Isn't that the time lapse there? Or was
Yeah,
that before? Did he break it before they paid him?
I can't remember if it was before or after, to be honest. I think it was.
But
I think he actually got hurt before he broke his leg, or
I think
before he
he's
got
on a
paid.
contract year also this year, right?
He's either on a contract year or I think his next year is his contract year, but he's looking to obviously
Resign.
redo it this
So he's
following
got a lot
year.
to play for. I mean, Cowboys like
I feel
and
like they
like
all do.
everybody
I
that
heard.
plays on them, like they live and die with that team. Like Tony
Yeah.
Romo is a good quarterback and was a good quarterback, but Tony Romo was not a good quarterback because that team never won and he fumbled a couple of fucking field goal snaps. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like,
was only one, bro.
but I'll give him credit for
A
being a good
couple.
quarterback, like he could
He was
read
good.
defenses and he was a good quarterback, but
Yeah.
everybody that plays in the Cowboys dies with that team. Everybody.
For
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott, he's gonna die with the Patriots.
He was already dead before he got
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I don't know. This game, man, I feel like the Cowboys could prove a lot. Obviously, 49ers fans, Lions fans, Cowboys fans, all rooting for the Cowboys in this one.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
think
insane. If the Cowboys win, especially if they dominate, bro. Cowboys fans are gonna be on one, bro. It's gonna be great.
Eagles fans got to be the worst fans though, because
Dude, I
Dude, I have
seriously
a
think,
video fucking prepared, but I can't show it. But it
dude,
was
if the Eagles
literally,
lose,
bro, they were chucking. There was two 49er female fans that were, I'm gonna say, sitting 22nd row. I'm not even kidding, a 3-minute video. Eagles fans were peppering water bottles and beer cans at these two, like they look like they're mid-20-year-old 49er fans.
yeah,
For a
that's terrible.
3-minute video. I have the video. It's real, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, Eagles
I
fans.
I think the Eagles lose this week. Like, there's almost no coming back. I think the Eagles go into like not like in a weird, like in a downslide,
I can kind of
like
actually see
confidence get
that, bro.
wrecked. Like Kelsey catches up in his age, like he's like riding that bubble. You know what I'm saying? And he just like says, "Oh fuck," and then it's like over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
I feel-
team is
yeah, I
good,
agree.
but I think that there's like something. If they
My
lost to the
thing-
Cowboys, bad. Like it could
my
be.
thing with that team too is I feel like there's a lot of like when you think of like the Cowboys, like you don't think of like ego. That team though, bro, like AJ Brown, super great, but that dude, like if he doesn't get the ball, he's screaming. Devonta, same thing. If he doesn't get the ball, he's like screaming on the sideline. I feel like Jalen Hurts has kind of got like an ego. I
Oh
love him.
yeah,
I love him. His story's cool, but I feel like he's kind of got like an
he's the
ego.
shit, and he's kind of proved it, and he's made the money, and
Right. So and then it all comes from the coach. Dude, what's the guy's name? What was that guy's name on the sideline that got threw out of that game?
the
He's
security
like,
guard.
yeah, he's like pushing. He's like pushing the players. I mean, the player was in the wrong too. Shouldn't have put his hand in his face. But the dude, don't push
He
the
pushed
player,
him
bro.
first, bro. I went
Right.
on a crazy rabbit hole about that, by the
You
way.
don't touch players.
Dude, about like all the
No.
positions of security that like the Eagles have that are like fake positions. Like people are
That's all his
saying,
buddies, I think.
yeah, people are saying it's all like mob ties and shit.
That's
And
crazy. But yeah, no, I think that team has got. We were playing with our buddy Nico. We were playing. I don't know if we were playing Fortnite
dude,
or
shout out
something.
Nico. By the way, he will be on a show coming up the next few weeks.
Shout out Nico.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, it was he came in there and he literally the first thing he said when he got into our chat was like just pretty much like, is Nick Sirianni the most hated coach in the NFL? And the answer is
That
yes.
was literally the first thing he said.
I hate him. I personally like him. That's me.
If he was
He's
our
my kinda-
coach,
He's
I
my
would
kind of
like
coach.
him. But as a person, I feel like he's just like the Philly, like the Philly all embodied into one. And I worked with a guy that was a big Philly fan, and he was like,
He's the Philly fans as a coach.
yeah, pretty much. It's like that my friend is the coach, essentially. It's like
Yeah.
that guy. It's like he's like, but my buddy's like from Philly. He like lives in, I mean, I get it, but it's like he's talking about how like Sirianni in the street, like if he sees like anybody wearing Dallas shit, like he'll tell them to take that shit off. And like, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess that some people would probably like that. Ben, you might like that, but for
Bro,
me, it's
Dan
like
Campbell saw a guy with
In
bear
a Bears
shit.
universe, and fucking took his hat and threw in the mud. Dude, I would like it.
Yeah.
That would be a 6 to midnight, bro.
I think it's just his attitude, bro. Because he's just like, I feel like he almost has like
Dude, he's got like 3 losses.
I know. He's a good coach. I know this team's amazing, bro. It's just
I
like
know they're great, dude. I get it.
it's just his
You just hate this
attitude.
guy.
It's just his attitude, bro. I don't know. I'm a very like if I'm doing something well, I'm very humble. Like I'm not like generally like, I don't know. It's just his attitude, bro. But I think that team is like that too. So if they do start losing, which they haven't experienced a ton, I feel like that team could collapse a little bit quicker.
I agree.
Like their confidence that they could start eating each other a little bit.
Even that 49ers loss, bro. Like they were like yelling at each other and Kelsey was getting pissed and
One dude was on like the sideline like crying, bro. It's a regular season game, dog. Like
he's a rookie. Let's give him a little bit of
game did mean a lot because it was kind of the proof that you were worth it last year game. But I think
and didn't he like Jalen Carter, didn't he have like a bad penalty or a bad play or something that like cost him? I mean it was 42-19, so probably not.
I don't think it was 30 points.
That's a weird penalty.
Defense just getting scored on over and over again.
Yeah, sounds like a
he's
penalty.
on the defense. I kind of get it. Probably just getting worse.
I don't know. You also kind of look for that in players. Your players take it hard. That might look, maybe they'll work harder. And a guy like that, he's fucking that good.
They were just all talking so much shit before the game, bro. Like, that's crazy. Because I know Debo got a lot of backlash because he was like, pretty much saying like, hey, if we had Brock Purdy, we would have won that game. And then
you see, you wore black Air Force cleats.
Debo,
clean.
He went to
bro.
work, dude. He went to work.
Those were clean.
He's so good, bro. He's crazy.
He's really good.
He's about to get pretty paid.
I feel like that's JMO, bro, for us, man. That's gonna be literally JMO for us.
I hope so. He's just not built. Like JMO's not built like him. He's not as thick. Yeah. Debo's like
Amon Ra's our Debo. I mean, that's what he is.
He does play a little bit more like Debo.
Yeah.
Debo.
I don't know, bro. Some of those fucking plays, though. I watched that 49ers game. I'm like, dude, this is literally like the Lions playbook.
Yeah, I mean, they try to use him in the same way. It's just if
he
Debo
comes
gets
from
hit,
Shanahan. We run the West Coast too. We run the same offense that Mike McDaniels run.
Offense, yeah.
You talking about Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson came from that tree. Like it's the same guy, and like we run that offense.
I mean, it's working, huh?
Yeah. I like the playbook in Madden, I'll tell you.
Is Jahmyr Gibbs our Christian McCaffrey?
No, I think Montgomery is, man. Montgomery's having a good year. He's a good running back. He's a good running back.
But
we have two starting running backs. It's nice to have.
Shout out, I just have my fantasy team pulled up in one of my leagues. And dude, I have this dude Rashad White from
Tampa Bay.
Bucks. Dude's running back 5. What?
Yeah,
he's had a really good year.
Like a sneaky year. I don't think anybody's talking. I actually saw that not that long ago too. And very sneaky.
He like kind of came out of nowhere. He wasn't very good last year, I think.
Bro, remember when
he was playing behind like I don't even remember who was there. Fournette.
Cadillac Williams.
I think it was one.
I forgot who came in chat that one. Remember Brian? Like not like week 5 or something. Some came in. And they were talking about that and like, what should I do, or should I trade, or should I start, or kind of thing.
I hope we gave good advice, bro.
Bro, we both said White, dude. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, no, he's good. Yeah, my running backs in this league, I got CMC, Rashad White, Kamara, and James Conner, bro.
Good God.
I've been cooking,
literally. Yeah, you're getting 100 points from your running back.
Bro, I've been playing the backup running back for fucking Cowboys and Zach Moss. That's been my my tandem lately.
Yeah, how did Zach Moss do?
Terrible.
What about the backup running back for the Cowboys?
Terrible.
What's his name? Doesn't he have a funny name?
Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle, yeah. I thought old buddy, the little guy from Kansas State, was supposed to be the backup.
Deuce Vaughn? I don't think he's
he's like 5'3", bro.
Yeah, there was like a height limit, like a roller coaster.
They have a ruler at the combine. They're like,
they're like, sorry, you don't make it, man. Dude, fun.
But my dad's a scout.
Bro, I'm gonna tell like an embarrassing funny story. So like where I went and played Little League football in Michigan, they had a weight limit rule where you had to be if you were over a certain weight, you had to play on the line. But if you were over another weight, you couldn't play at all. For like children's safety. And there was one game in 6th grade where I was 8 pounds over the limit, and
Play
I
at
couldn't
all?
play at all because I was already over the weight limit. I always had to be lineman, big dude,
Yeah.
you know. But there was one game I couldn't play, and it was literally the most embarrassing thing ever. I was like bawling my eyes out. My coach was like, "Please let him play," and the other coach was like, "Come on, man! No, this guy has clear advantage." I played both sides. I played nose guard and center back then, you
You're
know.
probably eating too.
Oh yeah, I was eating.
Yeah, man, dude. Like in our little league, you didn't play little league football, right?
No.
Yeah. So it started in 4th grade, but you played 4th, 5th, and 6th graders together. And the weight limits, the cutoff was 105 pounds or 125, maybe. Yeah, 125
Yeah,
pounds
yeah, sounds
for
right.
heavyweight. And
Yeah,
you
we had
either just went to
lightweight and
heavyweight or you
heavyweight.
went to lightweight.
Yeah.
So I was a 4th grader who weighed about 126 pounds, and I had to play in the
Against
heavyweight.
like the 6th graders and
And
shit.
then I had to play center because that was the position that they wanted me to because I was tall. I was kind of big. And I remember I had to play against, like, I don't know, not to dox him, but Chad Bartle. You remember that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, well, in like 5th grade or something, dude, he was like 6'3" and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
200 pounds. The cutoff's 125. There's no limit. So like he would play middle linebacker, and I remember he had like a leather belt in his football pants.
Yeah, because
Because I
the
would have to,
normal
like-
belt wouldn't fit.
And I remember the plays were always like the center would always get the linebacker. They would have everybody like kind of collapse, and then I would run and get like the middle linebacker to try to run a run play. And I remember
Yeah.
every time I would just hit him, and he would knock me over, or I would just smash into his body. That shit was the worst, dude.
Bro, I was just telling Ryan the story about the first time when I moved to our town and I played against you. You had a cowboy collar. And that you were like, I remember thinking you were like, because you were also freakishly tall at the time. And I remember looking at you and being like, who the fuck is this guy? You
Yeah,
pretty
joke's
much
on
look
you.
how you look now, but with a cowboy collar.
I didn't like to get hit.
Yeah.
And my mom made me wear that because she was afraid of my neck getting injured.
Yeah.
So it wasn't badass, and I didn't want to hit you.
Yeah, and another quick side story, Ben and I became friends in high school because we both didn't want to do running, like conditioning stuff. So we both wanted to play center or long snapper, right?
No, I was like the backups, the 3rd string center, and you were like the backup center or something. And
Yeah,
they wanted to make sure we could snap the ball, so they let us snap it back and forth to each other while everybody ran.
And
drills.
Ben and I would just go off in the corner and just snap the ball to each other, literally all practice. And then one
like playing catch beneath your legs is what
and
it
I
was.
didn't know Ben at the time, and then just like one time Ben's like, hey dude, you want to come over and like play video games this weekend? And then here we are, we're old fucking men.
That's the way it goes.
Way to go for it, Ben. Not a lot of people would do that.
Just
Yeah, I
fucking
do
chucking
remember
balls. I'm looking
Ben
at
was
this
the
guy's
first
butt
one.
over and over again. Fuck it.
We literally would snap to each other for like 3 hours every day, just talking about shit.
Still really good at it too.
Yeah, I actually can snap the ball pretty well. Long snap and regular center snap. Both under center and shotgun.
True.
You ever want to get out there, Ryan?
Yeah, man. I remember our flag. We had some bad snaps, so I don't know what happened.
That was hard, bro. Dude, that was hard,
I know.
bro.
You had a 400-pound guy over you.
That was hard,
Yeah,
man.
that was tough, and they would just like punch you in the throat
Yeah,
right
dude,
away.
they would literally just like punch me, and
That
I'd be
was
like,
brutal. I remember you guys invited me to that, and I was like, all right, and I'd have to play like lineman next. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that sucked.
that was really hard. That league was like D1 athletes, like waiting to go, bro.
It was terrifying, bro. I thought it was just gonna be a vibe. It was not a vibe.
We did win one game. We played like a 12-game flag football season at like a local like what are those called?
That was like
a field house.
15
Field
years
house.
ago. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and our
We won
games were
2 games, by the way. Do you remember the second game we won?
Yeah, you like fucking got a pick or something, right? Or Aaron
No.
got a pick?
Well, that was a game that we won. That was the first game we won. The second game we won was the other team all went deer hunting, so they forfeited.
Oh, forfeited. That's right.
We showed up too. No one told us, and
Yep.
they didn't have enough players.
Yeah, was we played like it was like 13 and our like 13 games or something. Our games were at like 11:30 at night, bro.
It's terrible.
They were late as it was like a Wednesday at 11:30, bro. And we're out there getting ready, like warming up and shit.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Great
was
time,
fun,
so
It was fun, yeah.
couldn't do that now. I'd be dead, bro.
Oh Blow
I
both
played
my
in a
knees.
flag league 2 years ago. You actually drew up some of our playbook, Devin.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, at your work. That
we
was
played
lit,
okay.
bro.
Yeah, we actually played pretty well. We made the playoffs and stuff. I had like 2 touchdowns. I was proud of it, bro.
I'm really good at that kind of wonky like offense type thing.
The 7-on-7s, like
7-on-7s,
the all air.
and powder puff. You know, I ran the plays there. Were
That was the worst
were
part
you
about
on
the
offense with me, Ben? Were you on defense
What?
side of the ball? In
Oh,
powder
I was
puff?
on. We let Ethan run the defense.
That's
Completely.
right. Me and you ran offense. That's right. Remember we ran the 2 quarterbacks under center?
Yeah, I was essentially the head coach, and you were the offensive coordinator.
Let's go, dude.
I kind of just. I don't even know. I was
don't
at
know.
the team
I
rally.
just remember we like went to go do that, and we like pushed the other people that were there like out of the way. We were the only ones that like wanted to do that, and like
well, that was junior year. Senior year, nobody signed up but us.
that is true because I think everybody knew, bro.
Yeah,
We knew, anyways.
we were the ones.
Anyway,
Oh, you guys are so old.
we are.
Back in my day, it
Anyways,
was the
That's it.
2000s.
you have any
That's it,
other?
man.
I have a
Yeah.
game that
Who
I
wins
want to
the-
play
who's
real
the-
quick.
Who's gonna win the game? Give me your hot take, Ben.
Which
Cowboys
game?
versus Eagles. Game of the
I
week.
think the Cowboys win that game.
I think
Okay.
Cowboys too. Fuck it.
All right, hell yeah.
I think they ride the momentum. I think the Eagles, I kind of agree with that. I think they're on like unstable footing. And I think they're gonna keep slipping at least for this week.
It was a bad time of the year to lose a couple games, I think. Like San Francisco lost 3 games in the like early middle.
Yeah, you want to be hot in December, not cold.
Yeah, and if they lose 3 or 4, it's gonna be tough going into the
Lions.
Lions won, dude. They're playing the Bears next week. So
They gotta beat the Bears. We didn't really talk about the Bears, but we gotta beat the Bears.
I'm not gonna talk about it. Just positivity. We're beating the Bears next week.
Bro,
Oh,
have
yeah,
we even
beating the
played
Bears,
the
Soldier Field.
Bears?
Yeah, we
we
almost
almost
lost.
lost.
Jared
Oh,
Goff
that's
threw
right.
3 interceptions.
That's
Yeah, I
right,
remember you were like, we were fucking yelling at him for 2, and I was like,
Yeah.
3. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
It's all good. Short memory, goldfish. Let's go.
Anyway, so I'm kind of going on this note. I saw a clip. I don't know who did this, but they were talking about how guys love just naming old football players and kind of where they went to school and stuff like that. And it really like resonated with me because that's what we do. So they played a quick game, and I want to see kind of quickly how far we can get. And if it gets like crazy, we could just throw the flag here. But I want to take a second here and try. Let's go from like, let's call it 2000 to 2008, and we're not going to fact check or nothing, but like old players. We're going to run through. Ben, you start. I'll go. Ryan, you go.
Are we doing their NFL teams or
No, just the player's name.
Oh,
We're just naming off old players.
Yep. And we'll do like
Steve Slayton.
Okay, I'm
West
gonna
Virginia?
go.
Played for the Texans.
Oh, you don't have to name the college. We're just naming players.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's the only player you could have named that I knew which college you went to because I had an NCAA team, and I was like, "Who is this
Good.
guy?"
Steve Slayton was good, bro.
Him and Pat White, bro.
Yeah, they were cheat codes.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we should do this because we're gonna go
It's
forever.
gonna take an hour, dude.
I think the show I watched, they like, I don't want no shots fired, and I don't want to.
2001's Vikings roster. Are you ready?
Yeah, that's
Can I say one name? Because this is like one of my favorite all-time players.
Go for it.
Robert Porsche.
No, you don't even remember this guy. Devin, you might, because I feel like I brought him up before. Dude's name was Dennis Dixon. You remember this guy?
Dude, yeah, quarterback for
Dennis Dixon.
Oregon, bro.
Yeah.
Where do you play though? Which
Oregon.
Steelers.
Steelers? Okay, all right. Yeah, that's good.
Come on, bro.
All right, give us a name, Devin. I'll do one.
Okay, the one that popped in my head was T.J. Duckett, but that's the one they did.
Oh, Michigan State,
Michigan State,
Seattle.
New York Giants.
I think he played for the Falcons, right?
Giants.
I think it was the Falcons.
Are you sure?
T.J.
Back
Duckett.
check.
I thought TJ Duckett played for the Giants.
I think he
Dude, I
played
said
for the
Seahawks,
Falcons.
Oh man, he's got the same haircut as me.
Who do you play for?
His first team was the Falcons, right?
He was drafted by the Falcons. He did play for the Seahawks, though. Shout out myself. He played for the Lions and
No, Giants.
Redskins.
Fuck.
Back when they were the Redskins. From Kalamazoo, by the way.
Oh, I'm thinking of guy who went to Wisconsin.
Von Ringer.
Nah, back in the day,
He
early
went to
2000s.
He went to Michigan State, bro.
He was a running back. He was a big dude.
Went to where?
Brandon
Wisconsin.
Jacobs? Brandon Jacobs?
No.
I didn't go back far enough, did I, in my brain?
He's number 32. A Train. Anthony something. That guy? Anthony Thomas or something? Number 32 for the Wisconsin running back.
And TJ Duckett was kind of ass, bro.
I just remember he torched to Michigan one year.
Oh, he was not great in the NFL.
Ron Dane.
That's
Ron
really
Dane.
That's really old, bro.
I don't even know who that is.
That's like 90s, bro. Early 2000s and 90s.
He won the 1999 Heisman. So I'm right
There you
there.
go.
He got drafted
Right.
in 2000 and played for the Giants in 2000. Boom.
Fucking Eddie George, you know. Dude, I
8 years
honestly,
old,
like,
bro.
I saw
Come
that.
on, bro.
I thought it'd be funny in my head, but now that I'm thinking about it, like, yeah, I think we would just like literally just name players forever. But I thought that was funny. Like, there's like, what do guys even do? And it's like, yeah, we just like, you know, talk about old sports and name players, and it's
That's what
kind
they
of
do.
true. Like when we get outside of our little like 3 bubble here, and people hear us talk about football, they're like, what the fuck?
Dude, this Ron Dane highlight tape, straight gas.
Oh, here we go. Rat's
This
gonna be
guy
on that
was-
all night.
Dude, Ron Dane, dude. All these cowboy collars and donkey rolls, bro. Like, oh, look at this motherfucker. Oh, fuck yeah. That's how football's played. Boom.
All right. I'm good.
All right.
Are we good?
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys doing the show.
Heck yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Next week is week 15. I'm
week.
excited to talk about the Lions win and a Cowboys win and an Eagles loss. Go.
Hell yeah.
I'll be big. I'll be big, man.
It's happening. Positive thoughts.
Any closing thoughts, Ben?
Ron Dane is a beast.
Yeah, on that note,
Yep.
we love you
Algorithm's
guys.
going to love that.
Fucking Ron Dane.
Be sure to change the title after this. I'll see you guys. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.
All right, dude.